At number 5 on my list is smelling Hooktail's feet. After the first part of the battle, you get some rather interesting offerings from Hooktail. If you accept any of these offers, then you end up taking damage. Let's reject the coins and badge offer, then accept the feet offer. If anyone actually does this during their first playthrough, then, well, you kind of got what you deserve here. I would never do something as stupid as this. Well, maybe anyway. On another note, have you ever tried to defeat Hooktail without the sound effect Frog Badge? It's actually a lot harder, but quite a fun challenge to try if you feel up to it. So here's the second part of the battle without the badge equipped. At number 4 on my list is allowing the bomb to explode in the Great Tree. Now this shouldn't normally happen unless you get completely lost. If it does, it's an instant game over screen, so you don't really want this to happen. Here I managed to get the bomb to explode in the middle of a dialogue scene. Something else that's quite interesting, you can't actually break your save file by saving the game with only a few seconds left on the clock. When you reload, the timer will go to a higher amount so you can actually finish the section. At this save block here you get 100 seconds after a reload. Number 3 on my list is eating the poisoned cake. You get 2 cakes. The first one will fully restore you. However, if you eat the second cake, you lose your partner for the next battle. Now this is against 2 Chain Chomps, so it can be quite a harsh punishment. If you have Earth Tremor ready though, it shouldn't be too difficult. Doing this perfectly can defeat the Chain Chomps in 1 turn. However, unfortunately for me, I didn't have Earth Tremor ready here, so it definitely made things a little bit harder, that's for sure. You all knew this was coming. At number 2 on my list is Reading the Ghost Diary. The Toad here wants to find out what's written, so are you going to read it? Now, you get enough warnings if you try and do this, so it's your own fault if you do it anyway. Instant game over screen if you read the diary, so do be careful. I can imagine everyone has done this at least once though. It's kind of hard to resist when you are told not to read it. At number 1 on my list is Serving the Shadow Queen. Right at the end of the game, you have an option to become her servant. Now most players are going to refuse her, then that leads to the final battle, but if you do select the Become Her Servant option, you get one of the weirdest scenes I have ever seen in a Mario game. It's very creepy and maybe worth checking out once, but you will get a game over screen afterwards. Now for some bonus content. Here are 5 more things you probably shouldn't do on this game. I will go through these a bit quicker this time around. So here we go with the first one, which is lining up 3 poison mushrooms. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do this. You lose about a third of your health on both Mario and your partner. You lose about a third of your flower points and star power as well. As well as that, the whole audience disappears. So that's something you definitely don't want happening. Next we have failing the quiz. There are 2 quizzes in the game. One near the start of the game and one on the moon. Now if you fail the one early on, you can be put in quite a difficult battle. It's not too difficult if you have items though, but it still may catch you off guard if you are not ready for it. Next we have using the Trial Stew item. This is made with a couple's cake and a poison shroom. So what happens when you actually use the item? Well, your HP gets taken down to 1 and your FP gets taken down to 0. You may want to use this item to make certain badges activate, but do be careful. This can lead to a very quick game over screen. Next we have equipping both Hammerman and Jumpman. Well, if you do this, then it's not very sensible. You won't be able to use either your hammer or your jump, and will have to rely on special moves, items, or your partner's moves. For that reason, there's no situation where you should ever do this unless you just want to see what it does. Finally, we have messing about with the clock. The lottery bomb goes absolutely crazy if you do this. Just check this out. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for what... Well, actually it's not, but you have to agree not to do this again to get out of this scene, otherwise the bomb does all of that again.